Belarus A250AS. It is a Russian-made tractor, made in the USSR. This is about a 1985 unit. It has been in my wife's family. Her father bought it in 1985, and it's been used around the homestead for all these years, up until probably 8 or 10 years ago. And it has been setting up for quite a while. I took it and drug it up here by the shop, and I'm going to try to get it started today and see if we can get it back started and back into operation. One thing about this tractor is pretty unique is back in 1985, USSR, they had positive down pressure on the attachment unit, which tractor still today doesn't have that. But you could literally, with this machine, pick the rear tires off the machine, off the tractor with this. It's been setting up for quite a while. Battery is bad. I'm going to have to replace the battery. It is all the tires still have air. This one's still low, but seat's shot. But yeah, we're gonna try to get it started today, so stay tuned. $890 hours on the machine since 1985, so you can tell it's been setting up for quite a while by that, or hadn't been used a lot. So this whole battery, trying to see how long it's been in. It's February 2005. One thing about this engine I didn't mention earlier is this is an air-cooled diesel. It is a 2-cylinder, 25 horsepower, air-cooled back in the 80s, and you know, it was sold locally here in our region by aftermarket, and you know, for what this tractor was, I mean, it has been a really good tractor. It was ahead of its time. Now it's all manual. There's nothing on it that is got anything. It's all manual levered power, manual steering. But you know, far as dependable, it would it'll work all day long. No, it's got a hot battery in it now. I had to go get a battery and I put in it. The other one was just shot. So now, but when I was doing that, I was looking earlier and I saw a couple of the fuel lines was dry rotted on it. So while I was out, I went ahead and picked up some new fuel lines. So we will put those things on now. I'm gonna go ahead and replace this one here as well too while I'm here. I said it was. This one wasn't as bad as that one down there, but it was still brittle and cracked. Yeah, one thing about this tractor I didn't mention earlier was the centrifugal oil filter on it as well. The fuel filters is screened, but the oil filter works on a centrifugal force as well too. I don't know if you can see that, but the engine oil filter is here and it spins, and you wash and clean the rotor assembly after every 240 hours. And one way you can tell that the oil filter is working with this is after you shut the machine off, the centrifugal force, you can hear the filter assembly spinning in there. So with that, you can tell that it's still filtering. Now the manual said, which I wish I still had the manual, I don't know what happened to it, but the manual said that if you ever heard it, could not hear the centrifugal filter spinning, you would it was time to service, take it apart and clean it. Again, this is the first stage fuel filter. I want to look in it because it has set up so long. It looked like it was leaking. We'll take this housing off so I can see the bottom of it and see how it comes apart. I cannot get it to break loose. It's still got signs of fuel residue in it. That's pretty dirty in there too. So. That's bad. I don't know if you can see that, but that's pretty bad. Well, that's going to be worth it. Alright guys, I'm back. I had to take this apart. Had a lot of rust by taking it apart. Broke the O-ring in here, so I had to make one of those. Now I've got it back together, ready to bolt up. So let's put this back together now and see if we can move to the next problem. It was quite nasty in there, a lot of rust, a lot of buildup, but got it cleaned up. So now we will remount this. I have another one of these tractors that is a parts tractor that I've got down on the north end of the property. It ran, but the gentleman that gave it to me said that the person that was operating it run it hot, and the belt had broken on the air cooled, and it got hot, and he run it hot, it was overheated, and it quit. So preliminary, I looked at it, it does not have any compression, so I think it got so hot. I'm almost certain that these old tractors had old cast iron rings in them. Yeah, the O-ring had deteriorated. When I took this thing apart, it broke all to pieces. So another thing I noticed about this tractor as well, guys, I mean, just something I noticed, that back in the 80s, 85 model, that this tractor has got all metric size fasteners on it. So I thought that was interesting too, but you know, we're spoiled here in the United States. Metric system's been around a long time. We were just late to the game, you know, adapting it in the United States. But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting, that as old as this tractor is, and it had metric units on it. All right, you can see that it just come all to pieces, that broken O-ring and gasket there. So I think we are ready to start it. So stay tuned. Clean off some of the tools. Still have the key to the switch on this thing. Of course, I put a piece of chain on it so it wouldn't be lost. One thing about this tractor also, this unit has got a decompression valve on it. So I'm gonna spin it over and see if I can get it to catch some fuel. Well, I need to check the fuel in it and probably pour some in it. Let me check the fuel real quick. About 4 gallon, be plenty for what we need to start it today. Guys, I don't see anything else, so let's spin it over and see if the oil pressure will build. And I have lights on the old dash here. Decompression valve is up. Pull the throttle wide open, and you can tell if it starts getting fuel up through the system into the ejectors, because you'll start seeing smoke from the stack, hopefully. And then if we can get it there, we will see if we can get it to start. Here goes. And nothing. Guys, she's built a little oil pressure. Alright guys, still trying to get fuel up to the top end here. Battery on account of GoPro cut off, so I took that first stage filter off, filled it up with fuel. I'm gonna crack the lines up top here, spin it over with a decompression valve open, and see if I can get fuel up to the injectors on the top side. Got fuel up, so back. As you notice, it's got it where it's idle, it'll run, but it will not rev up on its own. So I'm gonna go and clean the second stage filters out now and see if we can get enough fuel flow up and see if that is our problem. Got a leak, got a leak, got a leak. All right, so you saw the leak we had a while ago. So now I went and made an O-ring. We're gonna try that. I'm going to put it up here in this seal and hopefully get that sealed back off and then try to crank it again and see what is still why it won't rev, it won't gain any RPM when it just idles. You know, all it'll do is idle on its own. But all right, guys, after about 2.5 hours, I think I have found the problem. Could never get the fuel or fuel injector pump prime. Could never even get it to go. It would run off of ether or gasoline. This is what I found. Can you see that tiny little hole right there on the first stage fuel filter? It is got a little pinhole where it had corroded into. So, of course, I'm going to keep this original, but I wanted to make sure that this was what the problem was. So I think I'm going to try this. I went to a parts house and bought a little cheap fuel pump, a little 12-volt transfer pump. I mounted it right where the first stage fuel filter goes into place. You can see it right there. Put the bolts in it, wired it up, run it to the inline and the input line and the injection pump. So I'm gonna try that and see if it works. If that is what it is, then I'm gonna come back and either JB weld this or maybe drill it, tap it, seal it up at pot metal, because I'd like to keep this thing original. It's got this, if you guys can see this, I thought it was pretty cool when I was cleaning up, found this. It is got a stamping CCCP in that emblem. I don't know what that is. I'm sure it's something Russian, but if one of you guys may know what that is, comment below, let me know. So I'm going to try this and see if that in fact was the issue. All right, guys, fingers crossed that this does it. wrap it up, this video. I'm going to keep the tractor as original as possible. I'm going to try to fix that filter housing and restore it back to original, and get a seat and stuff put back on it. But I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got something out of this. If you have any old tractors or into old tractors like this, particularly Belarus or any of them, comment and let me know, because I enjoy piddling with these things, tinkering with it. This has been a fun little day, fun little project. I'm glad to get it running. So if you like this video, subscribe. Me and my grandson work on this little old channel just for fun. He enjoys it. He was not able to be with me today, or he would have been right here elbow deep with me. But like, subscribe, comment, and thanks for watching.